Hello guys, so today we're basically just gonna take a gander at the GameCube games that I have. So let's get started. The first game here is 18 Wheeler. It's a Sega arcade game that was brought to home consoles. It was for the PS2, Xbox, and of course GameCube. You basically race to the finish trying to deliver whatever you choose. It could be anywhere from logs to construction equipment, and you're trying to basically deliver that stuff to the finish line before time runs out. You get time bonuses and stuff as you drive. There's arcade mode, versus mode, um, and yeah, it's actually kind of fun. Reminds me of a whole bunch of different arcade games, like mainly racing ones though. They actually sit in arcades. And then you got two 007 games here. You got Agent Under Fire, which is a pretty good one. I'm missing Nightfire though. So, and then we got Everything or Nothing, which is a pretty decent third person, um, like a third person viewpoint kind of game. It's actually not too bad. Then you got Animal Crossing, which takes up a lot of space, which is why every copy actually came with its own memory card. But my copy didn't come with it, so I have to still get a memory card for it, which is unfortunate. Batman Vengeance, which is it's an okay game. I haven't played too much of it yet, but from what I've played so far, it's not too bad. Battalion Wars. This is actually a pretty fun strategy game. I'd definitely recommend picking this up. Bomberman Generations. This is an okay game. Um, it's basically an action game. It's action, adventure, and puzzle. That's about it. The versus mode is more of a puzzle though, and there actually, I believe, is a classic arcade mode that you can play. Same with Bomberman Jetters. It's a action, adventure puzzle game. They're both pretty fun. Some people didn't like them, but they're still good. Oh boy, Crash Nitro Kart. Um, this is not a good game. It's a mediocre racing game trying to be like the original, and it's not that great at all. I do not like it that much. Donkey Konga 2. I actually do have Donkey Konga 1. It's in the box, which is a great rhythm game. And then this is the sequel to it. This has more modern music. If I'm going to put quotation marks on modern because when did this come out? This came out in 2004, 2005. So it's pretty much 10 years old. So the songs on there are kind of outdated, but it's still a fun rhythm game. And then this is a really fun adventure game. Um, I strongly suggest buying the bongos for this game because it's actually a pretty good workout, honestly. Um, it's a really fun hidden gem. You basically adventure through levels collecting bananas, and then at the end of, like on the third sequence, you fight like a boss, which is awesome. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is a great strategy, or not a strategy game, a turn-based strategy game, and I honestly really love it. Not many people like uh, turn-based strategy games. Some people say it's hard. This game is actually difficult to keep all of your members alive because in the Fire Emblem games, pretty much all of them except for Awakening, you have you your party members, um, aside from yourself, the main character Ike, they die if they lose all their health and they're dead for good. You cannot bring them back. But if Ike dies, it's game over. So everyone except Ike can die, and you can still play through the game. It's pretty awesome. Like, not that your characters can die, but it's kind of an awesome feature. It makes you, want to keep everyone safe. It makes you want to keep all your characters alive. And if a character dies, you actually feel bad and sad, and you want to like get revenge and kill the enemy that killed your friend in the game. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. This is actually a pretty fun fighting game. It's not that bad at all. Get all the classic monsters on there. It's pretty cool. There are other Godzilla fighting games, and I might try and find them and pick them up. The reason why I have two of these, one is actually A Wonderful Life, which is in here, and in this copy, I have the wrong case for it, but I actually have Another Wonderful Life. The only difference is between them is in one you can play as a guy, and the other you play as a girl. And if you've played Harvest Moon, it's basically Harvest Moon. And then you got Harvest Moon Magical Melody, which I actually like the most. It's fun, it's addicting, and the characters they're pretty cute, honestly. I mean, look at those animals. Look at those cows. Actually, in most of the Harvest Moon games, all the animals are pretty cute. Well, not as cute, but they're all cute games. Um, The Incredibles, Rise of the Underminer. Oh man. This is a beat 'em up basically. You play as Mr. Incredible and Frozone. So you can have like a two-player experience with that. It's not the best game, but hey, got nothing better to do. Karaoke Revolution Party. This requires the microphone, and it's an okay game. I don't mind it. The Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures. This is actually a really fun game. I really enjoy this game. Um, you basically have four different links, and you can switch positions to fight enemies better and solve puzzles and separate them so that you can solve puzzles even better. Really fun game. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. The only difference between this one and the Wii version is this one has inverted controls. It's basically a switched game. But it's still an amazing experience on GameCube. I actually really prefer it on GameCube. Then you get one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games, The Wind Waker. It's amazing. You basically sail around going island to island, solving puzzles, and being the hero of Hyrule. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I actually really like this game. You can string together combos to kill orcs, goblins, Uruk-hai. You can pretty much just wreak havoc. Once you beat the game, your characters are very overpowered, and you can beat the game in like a few minutes, basically. I was really scared of this game as a kid. I don't know why. It's Luigi. You wouldn't think, oh, it's scary, but I don't know. I was always afraid of the ghosts. I was always afraid of like the dark and stuff as a kid, and I don't know. I just really didn't like it as a kid. But I absolutely love it now. It's a great game. Oh yes, the Mario Party games. These are definitely fun, and it will ruin friendships all the time. It will ruin everyone's day. I have a friend who absolutely hates Mario Party, and he refuses to play it with me. um, but yeah, I have all the Mario Party games on GameCube. I'm really happy I do. These, you know what? They're fun. The mini games are fun. They're challenging, and they're great for hangouts. Honestly, if you have nothing better to do, Mario Party, or the Mario sports games like baseball. This is probably my least favorite because I suck at this one. I really do. I hate this one, but it's still fun. I really like it. Mario Power Tennis. This is a fun one. They actually remade it for the Wii with the Wii motion controls, which I don't know. I like this version though. Then you got Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This is a fun game. Can get a little hard at times. Some of the holes get really difficult. Gotta always manage. It's basic. It's just golf, but with Mario. That's pretty much all I gotta say. The Medal of Honor games. These were the first-person shooter games I pretty much grew up with. Um, Frontline. It's an okay one. Rising Sun had a pretty interesting story. European Assault. That was a good one. You actually could control like three other guys in your squad. Minority Report. Barely played it. Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2, great games, although they are a lot better on the in the Metroid Prime trilogy. The controls are a lot better in that version. Then we got Odama, which is probably one of the weirdest GameCube games I've ever seen. You use the microphone to command your troops, while at the same time you're moving this ball around the board as if it's a pinball. It's weird. Pac-Man Versus and Pac-Man World 2. I actually really like Pac-Man World 2. It's a fun action platforming game, and yeah, I really like it. It's not too bad. Gets hard though later on, and then the Pac-Man Versus is just a fun little um like 2-player thing. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, an excellent game. Would strongly recommend this game. It's really awesome. The story's great. The characters are amazing. And overall, it's just awesome. If you can find it for a decent price, pick it up. Pikmin, classic game. Some people argue that the what do you call it? The Wii controls are better for these. I actually disagree. I actually really like the GameCube controls for these two games. Same with Pikmin 3. I actually really like just having like a controller instead of the Wii remote. But yeah, same with Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is probably one of my favorites because you have no time limit. You have no constraints that keep you from adventuring. You can literally take your time with this game, unlike the other two Pikmin games. Pokemon Coliseum. I haven't played too much of this yet, mainly because I actually recently got it. But I've seen gameplay and tidbits of it, and it looked awesome, so I picked it up. XD Gale of Darkness. I have played a little bit of this game. I like it so far, and it's pretty awesome. Rampage Total Destruction. This is also on PS2 and Xbox, I believe. I don't know if it's on Xbox, but I know it's for sure on PS2. This actually comes with the original Rampage and Rampage World Tour. So you get 3 games in one, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty awesome arcade game. Resident Evil, the remake. This is an amazingly, it's beautiful, like the way that everything looks. It's just awesome. I haven't played too much of it so far, but the way it looks, it's awesome. Oh boy, Shrek 2. It's Shrek. The Sims. If you don't know what The Sims is by now, sorry to hear that, but it's just The Sims at its basics. It's like the most basic out of the series. So I'm just gonna put that back. Oh no, Shadow the Hedgehog. The less I talk about this game, the better. Sonic Adventure DX. Hey, it's a decent Sonic game, but it has not aged well, and the controls are a little off. It's okay. Chow Garden's fun though in that one. Same with this one. It's a good game in my opinion, but it just to me has not aged well that much. Like the controls are very slippery, and yeah, the most fun I've had in this game is the Sonic and Shadow levels. Like those are the two types of levels that I actually really enjoy in this game, plus the Chow Garden. So yeah. Now, this is a really good thing to have. It's the Sonic Gems collection. It comes with Sonic CD, Sonic R, and Sonic the Fighters, and it also includes 6 Game Gear Sonic titles, 2 of which are the 2 Tails games, which is pretty cool. Um, a definite must-have. And then you got the Sonic Mega Collection, which was on all 3 consoles. This one had a different cover though. The PS2 and Xbox version had the same cover, and this one was like the different one, but it's pretty much the same as the other ones. But if you don't want to buy all the Sonic games separately, get this one. It's actually really good to have this one. Then we got Sonic Heroes. I actually really like this game. It's not bad, just gets really hard later on. Um, so if you're like new to this kind of game, yeah, I'd suggest playing as Team Rose, but that team is very annoying in this game. And then we move on down here. We got Sonic Riders, which is an okay game. It's not that bad, but it's not the greatest. Star Fox Adventures, you know what? It's not a bad game. It's just a bad Star Fox game. How about that? Spartan Total Warrior. I used to play this game all the time. And you know what? It's not that bad. I actually really like it. Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't have a real case for it yet. I've had this for the longest time. Spider-Man 2 is an amazing game. Mainly because of the web slinging, like just like being able to swing around everywhere it's just awesome. Soul Calibur 2, like I said, I don't have an actual case for it. I think the GameCube version is like the most is like it's the most fun. Um, I guess you could say because it has Link in it, but the other 2 versions of Soul Calibur, they had their special characters, so it's all in your taste. Like if you like Link, or if you like Spawn, or that guy from Tekken, you know, good for you. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I really liked this game as a kid. Now it's kind of boring, but it's an okay Star Wars game. Bounty Hunter is a really fun one. I really like this one. It's a pretty awesome Star Wars game. Lego Star Wars, classic. It's a really awesome game to me. Had this ever since I was a kid, and I just really like it. Same with the second one. Not a bad one. Really like it. Star Wars Jedi Outcast. This is a really good one. Can get really frustrating here and there. So if you do get this game, be careful. Star Wars Rebel Strike. I want to get the other Rogue Squadron games. I have the first one on N64, but I want to get the second one, and then I'll have all of them. Super Monkey Ball. Not many people like these because of the challenge and the difficulty, but you know what? I actually really like it. Although I like the second one better because there's actually like there's a story, and well, very minimal story, and you actually feel like you're completing a game. I haven't played too much of Super Monkey Ball Adventure, so I can't really say too much about it. Super Mario Sunshine, it's a beautiful and amazing game. It has some flaws though. Some of the controls can get a little slippery, and the game will get you angry from time to time. So just keep that in mind. It's a great game though. Super Smash Bros. Melee, a great fighting game, and overall it's pretty awesome. Tales of Symphonia, I haven't played this that much at all because I just recently got it. But from what I've heard, it's an amazing RPG, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. True Crime, Streets of LA, barely played it. Tasmanian Tiger, it's an amazing action platforming game. It's a collectathon, much like Banjo Kazooie, and yeah, a lot of people actually do compare it to the Banjo Kazooie games. It's pretty awesome. Same with the second one, collectathon with more power-ups. Beautiful Joe, side-scrolling beat 'em up. Nothing else much to say about it. Same with the second one. Wario Land, a action platforming beat 'em up game. It's pretty awesome. Plus, you're collecting things too. Um, this is actually a really underrated game. If you can find it for a decent price, definitely pick it up. WarioWare Incorporated. I have both the GameCube version and the Game Boy Advance version. Both excellent games. This version, however, is great for parties, and it's just awesome. Wave Race, Blue Storm. I actually really like it. Mainly because it's like a racing game, and I don't mind it at all. It's got some clunky controls, but I see past it, and it's pretty awesome. Barely played it. X-Men Legends 2: Rise of the Apocalypse. Pretty awesome. I like it. Not too bad. Yu-Gi-Oh! The False-Bound Kingdom. This game is very difficult. Do not go into this game thinking it's easy at all. Just as a warning. These last three are games that I don't have cases for. This one actually is Phantasy Star Online. Episodes 1 and 2. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I like it. It's like a role-playing game, and it's pretty fun. It's hard to find one though for a decent price. So yeah, I need to find a case for it though. The last two games, not really that mentionable. Actually, this one I think is. It's oh wait, that's Prince of Persia. It's okay game. And then the last one I believe is Mario Kart. Yeah, it's Double Dash. I need to buy like a complete copy or find the case and manual for it. But excellent racing game, although I like the newer ones a little bit better. Okay, so that covers all of my GameCube games, and honestly, a majority of them are pretty damn awesome. There are a few or okay ones in there, and then there's like one or two bad ones that I really don't like, but I keep it for the hell of it. Um, but hey, guys, let me know in the comments, what are your favorite GameCube games? Personally, my favorites, let's see here. Fire Emblem, Wind Waker. Let's see, Luigi's Mansion. I love that game. It's pretty awesome. Paper Mario, the Pikmin games. Got to bring those out. Let's see. Favorites. Super Mario Sunshine. I would bring out Smash Brothers, but it's like the others. It's kind of downgraded to me now, but I'll still bring it out. It's still a great game. Wario World, that's a great game. So those are basically my favorites out of like all of them. So yeah, tell me in the comment section what your favorite GameCube games are, and let me know if there are more hidden gems or more games that you think I should add to the collection or play through. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and remember, it's okay to be a little crazy about video games.